In the spring of 2022, I took a trip with Mike and Karen to Florida. It was so beautiful and refreshing to just have some time away.
Good job singing!
Spending time with Viviana was one of my favorite parts of this trip. Her joy is absolutely contagious. One morning, we went to the showcase of citrus, and we got to see all of these really cool animals. Viviana really enjoyed this, and she took a big interest in all these different animals she had never seen before.
Look, here's a cute little pony. Hi, sweetie. You're not quite as cute, but it's okay. Aww. Hey. You're so used to being fed. Are you used to being fed? Oh my gosh. Viviana! So giddy up, giddy up!
This place was definitely a very touristy area to stop, which I usually don't enjoy as much, but I will say I really enjoyed this stop. They had all of these really cool hot sauces and orange drinks that you could enjoy. It was definitely worthwhile. Viviana definitely enjoyed exploring around here. On this trip, I also tried dragon fruit for the first time. I most certainly did not cut it up right, but it still tasted the same, and I really enjoyed the taste. I've always enjoyed trying new and different foods. I have to say, my absolute favorite part of this trip was having meals together. Almost every morning we would wake up and have a good breakfast together and talk about the day. And in the evenings we would sit around the table, discuss what we'd done, what we wanted to do, and just talk about life together. It was really awesome to have time to return to just mundane tasks of every day and enjoy them. We usually ended the day with a roaring fire. We also took time to go visit the Grand Citrus Tower. It was built in 1955 and had a really cool story.
So, in the story, it was saying how they were making a lot of money from the citrus groves, and like they wanted to build this as like a commemorative, like, hey, like we're doing well, like let's look out over.
Viviana.
What? Come. Yeah, nothing much.
Wow, this
Look
is
out
pretty.
and see like all of our groves. Like,
This is kind of cool.
Very kind of cool.
It was definitely a beautiful view from the top, overlooking the town. We decided to bring our lunch up and enjoy a lunch with a beautiful view. It's hard to believe that this all was citrus grove at one point, and now it's city. I would have loved to see it how it was back when it was all groves. But for today, I'll enjoy this amazing salad with this awesome view.
that's a real wild pig.
Viviana, what did you see? What did you see?
After a few days in this cabin, we decided to keep going towards Sarasota, Florida. But before we left, the groundskeeper gave us all these amazing oranges from the place we were staying. So of course, we had to make some fresh squeezed orange juice.
It's so good.
It's like unfair, babe.
It's so good.
No, you.
Well, there's like, it's so much better than regular orange juice.
When we got to Sarasota, we got to enjoy this huge farmer's market. We loaded up on produce for the week and got all the things we would need to make our meals. It was really awesome to have access to all of this fresh, amazing produce.
We are about to ride on a little trike to the beach, which is like 7 miles away. So it only has 1 gear. We'll see how this goes. And we're off. But this thing is just weird. It has like a weird brake. Should be interesting.
This trip to the beach was definitely one of the more interesting trips, I will say. I decided to travel like a lot of the people around Sarasota on a trike to try to fit in with the crowd. But this particular trike was definitely not used to being used. After my trike ride, I stopped in at a little bar that was having some live music outdoors. It was a really cool experience to mingle with other people from the area and to hear some amazing music. Okay, so you know how I said I like to try new foods? This definitely tested my limits a little bit, but I am very glad that I decided to try it. It is an Amish staple called coffee soup. And it's pretty much how it sounds. It is bread and coffee made into a soup. In Sarasota, we were staying with Mike's parents, who are Amish, and so I had to try it.
First try.
That is good.
Did you just swallow it or did you
I
chew
did
it?
chew it. I did chew it.
Well,
But
you don't
like,
have to
you don't
chew
really
it.
chew the bread though. It's like soft.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little weird with the texture of the bread, but the coffee thing is really good. Like, it's good. It's different. Yeah, everybody's gonna take a little video.
Some of Mike and Karen's friends invited them to an engagement party, and they let me tag along, so I got to share in the joy of 2 strangers getting engaged.
Don't point it at me. Okay. Oh, good, that broke. Okay.
It was definitely a lot of fun.
So we are now leaving Naples, Florida. What are you guys' thoughts?
Well, mine are like, I'm a little scatterbrained, but
It's been a trip.
it was kind of cool. A little stretching, and I'd do it again. Totally.
My takeaway, I feel like, if I'm being honest, is that I'm grateful that a lot of my friends are older.
I got to try oysters for the first time, which was super interesting. I did not love it. On our last night, Mike and Karen and I went to Rod and Reel Pier, which is one of my favorite spots in Florida. They always have the best fish, everything's super fresh, and you can count on a really good meal. I was so happy to spend this last night with them, sharing delicious food and amazing conversations. After dinner, we headed straight out to the beach to try to catch the sunset yet. And we succeeded. During this trip, I took a lot of time to reflect on my life. This trip was what made me decide that I wanted to become a whitewater raft guide in West Virginia this summer. Without this trip, I definitely would have been able to take the time to think about what I really wanted in life. And for that, I'm very grateful.